We're on our third episode. Yes, man.
Otherwise, this is Chilung, Sindisa Tshetsha, Gama.
Mna ndiyakholwa uqale sifumane i-background yomntu lawe yabo. Khawusixelele mntakwethu uJambase ngowaphi, ukhulele phi, ithini into yakhe?
All right. Let me start by this.
Yeah, man.
Sindisa Tshetsha ngumfana owalapha eMalinde, apha eMonti, wazalelwa apha eMonti.
Okay.
Yeah, usuka kwikhaya that is strong rooted when it comes to Christianity.
So this whole thing about like Ilendo, I've even noticed about Limpopo, bro. I'm gonna talk about service delivery. Like municipalities as Limpopo, bring service to their people in terms of, izinto zakhona ziyavaya jo rather than up Eastern Cape, bro. Akhonto sishota ngayo, looking at the East London as well, bro. Akhonto sishota ngayo that much, but I think it's just that abantu bakwezi offices, they're not doing as much as they're supposed to be doing. You look at sometimes abantu bako arts and culture, and you ask yourself, ababantu, have they ever been in arts, bona? Do they even understand the struggles as an artist? Do you get what I'm saying? So that's just my perspective, bro, and I don't want to vent out because I can, guys, I just want to hear your opinion.
My side, you're right.
Kuba, why do you think we're always building and we got this whole slow progression about us, bro?
Yeah, because Ndingati, it's two things. Ewe kokuqala is that up here Eastern Cape, it's not traditionally known as a film space. Yeah, but I find in Gauteng or your Cape Town or your Durban. Yeah, and secondly is that you find out that in these spaces, yeah, where is irregulations Eastern Cape arts and culture, yeah, are being formulated at. You find out that there are people out there who somehow and also on a bigger platform, I've also had a cameo role. Gqeberha the Empire.
Oh, nice. For real? Okay.
Yeah, it was season 1.
Yeah, I might have checked you out because second I'm bukela na season 1 because then we funa ibona le show ifika yenza lo Gqeberha. Udlala yaphi irole ba?
Yeah, when I guess I guess that role of a cop. Yeah, because prior I was actually playing a Hawks official.
Okay.
Hawks official who was actually officiating the arrest. Yeah, lead actor ngela xesha. uLuzuko Mxenge.
Okay.
uLuzuko Mxenge is being yayidlalwa ngubhuti Mbulelo Grootboy.
Okay,
yeah. People might know as a performer who's actually rooted in Christianity. Yeah, you should actually ask for guidance from the higher power. Yeah, and actually now we uzijonge ba okay. Now uziphono ba okay. I can take this role. I can't take this role.
Yeah.
Western
Because well said, brother. Well said, man. That's a very powerful message, bro. So my man is he's not just an actor. He's also an activist. Check it out. Oh, wait. That's my Willie said. Damn cool. He's the genius himself.
Just it's a good day. It's fun.
Oh, good day, ladies and gentlemen. It is yet another beautiful show, man. Like, welcome to the Sonic Movement. And I get excited, because we're on our third episode. Yes, man, we're about it. And it's going to be a very beautiful, gorgeous, lovely, whatever beautiful, positive word that you can think about, because we got a very great guest today. My name is Gqeberha Ndesi. If you don't know, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe the Sonic Movement on all our socials. So we're gonna just jump into it. My guest for today is an actor. And I love talking to actors, man, because this is something that I've been passionate about for the longest time. So I've got a lot of questions for this brother from East London. We are shooting from East London. Our guest today, all the way from A side, a gentleman by the name of Sindisa Tshetsha. You get what I'm saying? Am I saying it right, brother?
Oh yeah, definitely, brother.
Away. And I mean, he's been doing a lot, guys, and there's obviously more to the guy than just acting. So without any further ado, let's get into it. My brother, okay, before we move on, I'd actually like to introduce the brothers behind the scenes. We got AYP in the building. We got my man Leroy. We got my man Shella. We got Gqeberha, as always. And yeah, man, and hopefully these guys will be part of the team because, hey, man, we've done a whole lot of work with the brothers before. And we've come a long way, actually. So it's good to see them here. And, and hopefully we're going to work on a whole lot of things. So, yeah. Now that we got that out the way, ladies and gentlemen, my man, Sindisa Tshetsha, how are you, my brother?
Hey, fabulous, brother, man.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
good,
Yeah, man. And, there's always a whole lot of drama before we start the show. This is the one show where we didn't have much happening behind the scenes, but I'm glad that you're here, brother. Did you have a safe trip coming here?
Oh, yes, I did.
Everything went well?
Everything went well. I even went out just to stretch.
Yeah, stretch your legs. And that's what you were saying when we were communicating over the phone.
Because ndingumuntu ongathanda uhlala endaweni eyi-one. Ewe ndiyakwazi izintsapho but there are times where I just think, but man, I'm getting bored of being confined in one place.
For sure.
Let me just take a walk around the block.
Bro.
You see that? Yeah.
I respect to that, man. It's good to have you here, brother.
Oh, yeah.
And man, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into a whole lot of things. But before we do that, when I'm forward to njengoba besendizithuthile mina bawela uzithutha wena mfethu uzakwazi senza abantu bakuthi. Most definitely, man. Let them know.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, njengoba besisichilo Sindisa Tshetsha gama. Otherwise, kuthetha ulisa. Uhlathi ujambase umalukazi uvinjwa ujambase oyellow bone.
Yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel it's going to be a beautiful show today because you asked me something behind the scenes, né? And funny enough, this is actually the first time ndibuzwa lento on our third episode. Into yokuba, man, is it necessary that we actually communicate ngesingamla? And I was like, nah, bro, feel free.
Oh.
And which brings me to my other topic, guys. This is as much as I know this is for everybody, and we would like to go international with this, but we gotta keep it local as well. So I appreciate you, Jambase. Am I saying it right now?
Oh, yeah.
Jambase.
For sure.
Yes, my brother.
I mean,
So,
everybody knows Uchambase out there.
yeah. Kabasi situke saziwayo, ne?
Uyayibo?
Ewe ndo yakuthi. So, my brother, before we go further into, your acting and all that, mna ndiyakholwa uqale sifumane background yomntu lawe yabo. Khawusixelele mntakwethu uJambase ngowaphi, ukhulele phi, ithini into yakhe?
All right. Let me start by this.
Yeah, man.
Sindisa Tshetsha ngumfana walapha eMalinde, apha eMonti, wazalelwa apha eMonti.
Okay.
Yeah, usuka kwikhaya that is strong rooted when it comes to Christianity. Sikhule sihamba inkonzo. Sisayamba nangoku.
Yes. You know why I'm saying yes, bro?
Uyebo?
Because now I am, I'm so much into my Christianity, and God keeps on blessing me with these Christian guests, so I feel more comfortable talking to.
Yeah.
Okay, but
No, for sure. Otherwise, ndizalwa ngabazali nabo abakholwayo when it comes to Christianity. Abazali abanenhlonipho, abanembeko, who are respected in their own community.
Oh, lovely.
Yebo. So Sindisa Tshetsha, we first born kwapho.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Which
Amongst amadoda amathathu.
Yeah. Just guys.
It's just guys.
Away.
There's no lady.
There must be a whole lot of testosterone,
my guy.
energy in that place.
The energy, kakhulu.
Yeah. But you're the firstborn,
Yeah, I'm the firstborn.
Away, short, my brother.
Yes.
And your guys, I mean, since ni kulele ape Amalinda.
Yes.
Okay. And I saw Lendo Yako because we always like to do a Brifanyana background before we get somebody here.
For sure.
Maybe I stand corrected. You got your Busa Althorpe, ne?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Tell me about your Althorpe. Like, Onyaka Bako, because Althorpe back in the day, in my day, had a reputation, my brother,
Almost there.
Yeah.
Almost there.
It was a gangster's paradise over
Yo,
there.
bro.
Hey, no shade to Althorpe, but hey, man, But how are things? How is Althorpe, my brother?
Yeah, Althorpe, ndafika phaya ndiku, I think between grade 8 and grade 9.
Yeah.
No, grade 9.
Sure.
Yeah, grade 9. Ndifike phaya, it maintained that kind of reputation.
Sure.
There were a lot of funny things around. But one thing I've noted, Paya, there were teachers who were actually kind of staunch.
Yeah.
Who kept us in the way.
Most definitely.
And nalanto yovela ufike high school, yeah, sure. Yeah, there were quite naughty moments,
Yeah.
but at the same time, phinda ukhumbule ba hey, apha uzofunda apha.
Yeah.
Uzogeleza. So you have to play it cool.
For sure.
You have to do
what you came here to do.
What you came here to do.
Yeah.
And it actually helped me a lot because ekuhambeni kwexesha umntu waphela ke ngoku nominatwa as a deputy head prefect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, into
So you're one
ndingazange
of those,
ndayicingela.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so ndingathi Althorpe, there were even a lot of lessons that I've learned as well.
For sure, man. For sure. No, we're not going to dwell into that. It's just that I need to know a bit. But, yeah, man, Althorpe back in the day, bro, my brother, hey, I don't know whether they were running a school or a prison over there, or correctional service. Hey,
my guy.
But I'm just saying, guys, please don't hate me for this. Anybody who knows the Althorpe back in my day, and mind you, I can dance at Cambridge High, so it's
For sure.
we come from two different worlds. But hey, man, Althorpe ke ngoku, bra, did you take any initiative or activity in terms of ilendo, your passion, which is the acting, or were you doing sports then?
Oh, what happened in Althorpe?
How was your life there? Yeah.
My life in Althorpe, actually, ngokunanifika phaya, there was a teacher, but I think usekhona, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Mr. Agaba.
Agam.
Mr. Agaba introduced the drama,
For sure.
the drama lessons prior. Yeah, so we took part on it, but it didn't actually go into fruition.
Yeah.
Yeah, after a very long time. And then I was involved there and there in those Christian SEOs.
Okay. Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
it kept my mind flowing, busy, and
for sure.
also having nice experiences there.
Yeah, man. Much love, because to anything, to every dark thing, there's always a positive side to it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And yeah, guys, before we start getting any comments from your Althorpe, guys, I'm not throwing any shit. I'm not saying. I'm just putting it out there. So that's
They're
good.
going to hate me for this.
But that's good to know, my brother, Lawe, and obviously where wafunda wagqiba from your Althorpe, and I understand to say Unisa ngoku, ne?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And uyibizile la nto ndikhe ndayibona busithi wenza ntoni phakane?
It's a Bachelor of Information Science.
Oh, information science.
Kwabangayaziyo.
Yeah, please explain, bro.
Yeah, the people that they don't know a Bachelor of Information Science. Bachelor of Information Science, ndingathi it's a data-related course. It actually gives you an insight of the data capturing side,
Yeah.
the archiving, and
Okay.
also the library system.
Okay.
Yeah, because people, when they think about the library system, they think about the traditional system where there are like books and shelves.
I know, I was just going to ask you right now, brother. I mean, are you starting to be a librarian or something?
You see? Yeah, they actually don't understand.
Because you did say library system. I mean, there's library in there, so we're picturing you in a library.
Yeah, but which okay, like no offense to the librarians out there, which to me it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I've learned there, there are actually careers, avenues
Sure.
behind the scene.
For sure.
People who are actually involved more on the tech side
Sure.
of the librarian. People who are trying to make sure that the tech side of a library is running smoothly.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah, most definitely.
you see, and even systems that are even taught there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yenzelo library patrons akho, which is abantu abavisit library. Kwazi uba guide ba I know source ethile ifumaneke endaweni ethile.
Okay.
Yebo.
Yeah.
So it actually teaches you a lot. It's broad.
For sure, my brother.
broad.
And plus, man, I mean, we live in a world of so much information right now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, which year? Which year are you doing right now?
Which year am I doing?
Yeah. The sensitive information.
Yeah, it's kind of sensitive. It's kind of sensitive.
Brothers,
But-
no problem.
But all I can say is that
Yeah.
we are there.
Yeah.
Onyaka bayaqhuba, man. We are at the door.
Yeah, ne? No, that's good. That's good, my brother. We don't want to get you uncomfortable asking you say sensitive information
Well,
because in a
thanks,
fan base that you cater for, and they should only know so much about
You
it,
see
brother,
that?
not everything.
Yeah.
I got you, my G.
Even they are even okay. I wouldn't want to say this, but there are even people with their grandmothers. I don't know how true it is.
Grandmothers doing what now?
Hey, my guy, we're living a dangerous society. You know that.
Hey, my brother, grandmothers.
their grandmothers, they're working overtime.
Oh yes.
Yes,
Okay, I get
yes,
what
yes,
you. I
yes, yes.
get you.
Yeah, well,
I get
but,
you.
But that's a topic for
Yeah,
another day, guys.
flying with the brooms at night and
Yeah.
all those things. Ne?
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
don't
so,
worry.
so
But
we
kaloku
need to
thina-
keep it cool.
kaloku thina, we committed to Christ, my brother. So those kind of things don't affect us. But even though we need to watch out for them, you know.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna come to that part of the show, my brother, where we get to ask you about these things. So at least we know if foundation yako, like where you studied, where you're coming from with this. But let me ask you this, my brother. You got a passion which is acting. Me, I would have thought maybe you would have pursued acting for varsity because they study acting in varsities mostly.
For sure.
Yeah. So
For
why
sure.
didn't you do that, bruh, instead of information science?
Information science. Yo. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
there's not a lot of that in Eastern Cape, right? I know elsewhere, Joburg, Cape
Joburg,
Town, but I haven't heard of a varsity that actually takes acting seriously around here. Maybe Ndimlungeko informed.
No. Actually, there is an institution
For sure. Oh,
that actually caters or that focuses on your acting and your
Sona
other media.
Sakube or something. Sona
Yes,
Sakube,
we
yeah.
do have one.
Yeah,
Currently,
okay, yeah.
Sona Sakuba.
Yeah.
That is being run by Uput. Ndiyalibala ke igama lakhe, but
Sure.
umfo wakwaSakuba.
Okay.
Yeah, but sinayo even national,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
nationwide.
But that's what
Ekuthiwa after.
After.
Yeah.
Oh, after. But do we have it? Is it also here in East London as well? Because
No, it's in Gqeberha.
Gqeberha,
Yeah,
oh,
upper Eastern Cape.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, because yona i-campuses zayo zikhona eJoburg, zikhona eKapa. Yeah, I'm not sure about Durban, but I think there are some campuses at Durban.
Because what I'm trying to get to, yabona when I send this to is like you went for information science. Why didn't you go to Sona Sakuba?
Sona Sakuba, ne? All right, it's actually quite a weird thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
we're all ears.
Because with acting,
Yeah.
I was very passionate in acting since my primary days. I-primary yam ndandifunda kwesi sikolo esasemalinda kuthiwa Crew Primary School.
Crew Primary. Hey, we
Yes.
used to beef with Crew Primary.
Oh, yeah.
Me, I went to Fort Post, bro. I know Crew, bro.
Yeah, the beef was kind of intense back then, back those days.
Okay, sure.
So we had plays
Okay, yeah.
that were happening there. So obviously, as a kid, I was involved in those plays. Didn't get those lead roles
Yeah.
like other kids usually
Sure.
do. But ndingathi eyona into yayigqamile yayizeza orals.
Yeah.
Those English orals, and those English orals what they entailed inantsika idrama. So kwakumane kubekho ezo activities ke
For
ngoku,
sure.
and you had your audience ihleka, and they were excited whenever you're on stage. So it was one of those avenues where I was like, okay, I think I'll pursue this. As a result, I'm going to pursue acting right after high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, when you're being raised by ngabazali who are academics,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not only academics, but who are on the education sphere.
Even worse.
Yeah, you see those 1980 teachers. Yeah.
So it's gotta be a profession. For them, a profession is something that has an office, doctor.
You see
lawyer,
that?
type of thing, yeah.
It was utata mne. Utata yena, he's one of those staunch guys.
For sure.
Umntu oyaziyo into ayifunayo, and ndingathi I've taken after him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, kwinto yoba focus.
Sure.
Anyway. Yeah, then ke ndamchazela wena no dad, I want to do this, and it was like
You wanted to pursue acting, yeah.
because we're acting was like hayi mani ezo nto ezo kakuzihoye after upursue degree yamanyani.
Oh, yeah,
Yebo.
So that
Yeah.
there's always that fallback
Exactly.
on something.
And
yeah.
and the funny thing is that he has even made examples of Kewoko, those great actors is ekuhambeni kwexesha they were, I guess, fallen.
Yeah.
Yeah, ngenxa yemeko and how the industry has the industry has treated them.
For sure, bro.
Uyayibona?
For sure, I get you.
So ningathi he was kind of concerned ngaloo nto. So I was like, okay, let me just do this thing. Then fast forward 2020
yeah.
during COVID.
Good, yeah.
Yaqaphela mos, it was that hard lockdown. Akuphangelwa kuhlelwe ezindlini. And I had this introspection, this self-introspection, but my guy, we are here now. The whole world in Ngokwe is down to its knees.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Everybody's just stacked now.
Yeah, that was those were hectic years.
For sure.
Ndacinga ukuba hayi man, yintoni lena bendifuna uyenza. Kwathi qatha i-acting. Something told me, yabona la self-introspection. Yaxelela ba, my guy, yenze le nto.
Yeah.
Because you may never know, life is too short.
For sure.
The rest was history.
Awe, and I'm glad you actually, pursued it, my brother. Lawe.
Yes,
and you're still, in fact, pursuing it. You get what I'm saying?
Today, yeah, today.
Excuse me. So now, tell me, my brother, now that we in the acting part, Lawe, what, which role, I mean, where have you actually taken part in acting yakho Lawe? Because I know we got Montywood around the East London.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, man. And I once, the Sebenza na boy brothers, and sisters, but I wasn't fully involved as much as I would have loved because then bizingala clash. And so I can just see from your expression now you've worked with them as well. So kasixelele zeziphi like ishow book wasebenza nabo, and how was the experience like, bro?
All right. Okay. My first professional gig that I've encountered. Yeah, under production ekuthiwa Amaza Entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think you guys. You guys, yeah, the team knows.
Yeah. Mtura, big ups.
Yeah, big ups to him.
Sure.
That guy, he actually helped me. Yeah, bona yayikhona short film sasikhe shoot but I got home. Yeah. It was Destiny.
Oh, I've heard about it, Destiny,
Yeah.
and I've been asking you, Mtura, when are you bringing out with Destiny, Joe?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, it actually
come with that, Mike. Come with that, Mike. Please, let's forget the politics. Mike was behind the camp, starting in So yeah, Destiny.
Destiny. It was actually a short film. It actually starred one of the guests Alapekaya or Anati Boucher.
Oh yes, we had
yeah.
Anati Boucher on our first episode.
One of those first episodes. I mean,
sure, yeah, man.
It was a wonderful time there. Just a nice short cast and crew.
Hey, my brother, tell us about it, Joe. Tell us the whole experience. How long did it take? Like schedule sino sasahamba njani, and cast kwakusenziwa ntoni abafethu akhondo like, but don't give us the izinto ezingafunekanga ke sizazile. Like, just tell us about the professionalism and how everything went.
Everything was professional there, my guy.
Sure.
Even the ixesha besibekele nalo for rehearsals, because ndiyakhumbula we used to rehearse at the space yomnye ubhuti waseGhana ekuthiwa ngu-Alfred. He actually owned I think a modeling agency.
Okay.
But ke akasekho
for sure.
Yeah. So sasipaya every Sunday afternoon. And ke ngoku sasidla ngoyoshuta like ii-locations zethu zazibased kwiindawo zasezilalini.
Okay, yeah.
And Man, it was awesome. Siqhubisene ngendlela eyiyo.
Yeah, how the shooting, how long did it take?
Shooting yethu ndingathi it actually took was it more or less few weeks because sasikwazi mhlambi ushuta kule weekend and then ke ngoku we actually skipped some maybe 3 to 4 weeks. So shuta ke ngoku later ke ngoku. So sasikwazi uyutilize ke ne weekends kuba abantu babe free.
Sure. Okay, so it wasn't where you guys were camping somewhere and you had every day. Okay. Most definitely, man.
Yeah, and in the emphasize na leke ngoku egameni kwexesha I was introduced. I met omnye umfana kuthiwa nguSiyawanga.
Siyawanga, okay.
uSiyawanga ngela xesha wayesasebenza kwa Montywood.
Okay.
He's the one who actually introduced me to Montywood, and from there it was an ongoing relation. I was involved with short films. There were even series where I actually played support lead. So it was actually a lot, my guy.
Yeah, man, and a big ups to Chuck D. I was thinking about his name, Chuck D. He's the one that the dude that owns everything, Montywood. He does a good job, man.
He does a good job because
focused because I've seen him at work, you know what I mean? And I like the fact that they're using an app where you can go and get zonke izinto zabo.
For sure.
So that's phenomenal, man, yeah.
And inenye into enhle that Chuck D ayenzileyo ndiyabona ingathi ngoku akafocusanga kwi-app qha. Ndiyabona ngoku ezinye programs zakhe ziyavela nankuMpuma Kapa TV.
Oh yes, that's
so
nice, man.
Uyayibona ke ngoku yonke lento, that's for the Eastern Cape.
For sure.
Because Eastern Cape kaloku ayinayo i-film industry. We are still trying to build.
Joe.
So apeku building.
But why are we always building? Eastern Cape, we've been building for years, gents.
And we've been building for years, but one thing I've noticed that is they require patience. They can't happen overnight.
Okay, Image Sindisa Tshetsha, give me your honest opinion as to why do you think Tina up in Eastern Cape we haven't gotten to the level as any other? Because I'll tell you this, bro. I've been blessed enough to travel. You know, I've stayed in PE, I've stayed in Joburg, I've stayed in Limpopo. One place that I never thought in my life I'd be. I've never been to Cape Town and Durban. I would like to check those places out. And just something quick, man. I don't know whether this is gonna bother anybody, but hey, guys, excuse the noise at the back. They're busy with some construction over there. You know what I'm saying? So you probably can't even hear it that much. But I'm just saying, just getting it out there. So this whole thing about like Ilendo, I've even noticed by Limpopo, bro. I'm going to talk about service delivery. Like municipalities as Limpopo, bring service to their people in terms of, izinto zakhona ziyavaya Joe, rather than up in Eastern Cape, bro. Akhonto sishota ngayo, looking at the East London as well, bro. Akhonto sishota ngayo that much, but I think it's just that abantu bakwe's offices, they're not doing as much as they're supposed to be doing. You look at sometimes abantu bako arts and culture, and you ask yourself, ababantu, have they ever been in arts, bona? Do they even understand the struggles as an artist? Do you get what I'm saying? So that's just my perspective, bro. And I don't want to vent out because I can, guys, I just want to hear your opinion.
My side, you're right.
Kuba, why do you think we're always building and we got this whole slow progression about us, bro?
Yeah, because Ndingati, it's two things. Ewegoqala is that up Eastern Cape, it's not traditionally known as a film space, I find in Gauteng or your Cape Town or your Durban, and secondly is that you find out that in these spaces, where is in irregulations Eastern Cape arts and culture, are being formulated at. You find out that there are people out there who somehow don't have fully knowledge about about the way things are when it comes to the arts.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. They man, like it's like they even don't understand a livelihood of artists.
So you mentioned Destiny. Which other ones have you taken part? I mean, like into that you've taken part in, Lawe?
Taken part in. Okay, I've also mentioned to Montywood before.
Montywood. Okay,
Yeah.
but bungekasixeleli uba zikhona into seke wa-actor kuzo pha?
Hakuzo,
Yeah.
yes. I-projects Zimbabwe Paya. I actually debuted Paku The Hit.
Oh, The Hit.
Yeah,
no,
The
okay.
Hit too. The Hit was released ngo 2021.
For sure.
Where so kulapho ke ngoku ndandiqala udlala i-role eyayindi-challenge. Yabo. It was a challenging role actually.
Udlala irole yantoni?
I actually played a role of gangster's lieutenant. I acted alongside umfana kuthiwa nguManlakhe. Yeah, Manlakhe Lufundo.
Okay.
Yabo. Yeah, he's one of the best actors. One of the best actors zalapha Eastern Cape.
For sure.
Yabo. Eastern Cape should actually look out for that guy.
Manlakhe.
For real.
Yeah.
Manlakhe
ne?
Lufundo.
Big
Yabo.
ups, big ups
Yeah.
to the man, yeah?
So I acted alongside him as he's yeah, he's the dark guy. Dark tall guy, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So he was the lead, so he played this gangster, and I played his lieutenant. Yeah, but he's second in charge. Yeah, but then after that, it was Utamet. It was a series. It's where I played a cop. Yeah, but so that's where
From gangster to cop.
Yeah, gangster to
acting,
cop.
I like acting, you know, because
bro.
it actually tests you out.
It actually tests you out. It actually teaches you characters as a core man in the society. Yeah, but it actually teaches you that by kukho abantu abaphila ngolu hlobo, kukho abantu who are actually going through these type of things.
For sure.
Yeah,
for
bo.
sure.
And then ezinye zalandela, for instance ikhona nenye engekaphumi ekuthiwa ekuthiwa sex for jobs.
Bali.
It was sex for jobs, putwa.
Yeah, okay, just the name, Baba, yeah.
Yeah, Central Paya Geoko actually played also sort of like a supporting lead. Yeah, bo. And then currently I'm also working with them.
Okay.
Ikona
Also, usaspana nabo.
Disaspana
Oh,
nabo,
that's good, man.
yes. Ikona long formatted series abayishuta kuthiwa ngu-Long Arm of the Law.
Yeah.
Iyafumaneka not only kula app yabo, iyafumaneka naphaya kuMpuma Kapa TV.
Okay.
As a result izodlalana namhlanje.
Oh, okay.
Ewe ngo-7:30 if I'm
And I
not
wish
mistaken.
Mpuma Kapa TV
Mpuma
could
Kapa, yes.
actually play I liked like Query ta queries lawe
uSikhalamungu.
Yo,
Oh,
bro,
yes.
that is next level creativity
Bro.
there, bro. Yo,
Yabona
yo.
lami uSikhalamungu.
Ah,
It is
bro.
actually dope, bro.
Yo, bro.
Yabona undive
Series ekurechwa like musical gee,
because
you know?
funny enough, bro, mhlawumbe
Classy
ndiyaphazama.
musical, yeah.
Because mhlawumbe ndiyaphazama. Uyabona, there've never been such a series up here.
Never, bro.
That kind
And-
of series,
yeah.
bro, you'd find it on like estates.
Yeah.
But where inantsika i-dialogues phaya bayabetha bayarapha
Gee,
yonke loo nto leyo.
the execution, my brother, indlela ebethwe ngayo, but yo, bras is on point.
Exactly.
V-neck, and it's just a whole next. You wanna check out the next episode, bro? Raps, what yo, I'm feel to that, like yabo sikhala bro, man. In fact, guys, just go check out Montywood and
Montywood,
just check
yeah.
out the whole thing, bro.
Exactly.
That is a genius idea. Big ups to Chuck D once again, the whole team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and I like the fact that you still work with them, my brother. Like,
Yes, and also on a bigger platform, I've also had a cameo role. Paku Gqeberha the Empire.
Oh, nice.
Ngokuya
For real? Okay.
Yeah, it was season 1.
Yeah, I might have checked you out because second I'm bukela na season 1 because
Season 1,
then
yeah.
ifuna uyibona le show ifika ayenza le Gqeberha.
Gqeberha,
Udlala
yeah.
yaphi I-role ba?
Yeah, I guess our roles of cop, yeah, because
Okay.
prior I was actually playing a Hawks
Yeah,
official.
okay.
Hawks official who was actually officiating the arrest. Yeah, lead actor ngela xesha. uLuzu Komxenge.
Okay.
uLuzu Komxenge is being yayidlalwa nguBhuti Mbulelo Grootboom.
Okay.
Yeah, people might know uBhuti Mbulelo Grootboom. So I was that guy who was actually busting in the scene, telling him by everyone did masambe.
Yeah.
Uyafunwa pha.
Sure.
It was the wedding. Actually
Also, you know it, bro.
actually the guy.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, actually that guy, he had 2 weddings, ne? Yeah, now wayebanjwe ekli atyisa unkosikazi wakhe uTsiki.
Sure.
Yeah, so uTsiki ke ngoku it's another sayibiza ntoni for English viewer, ne? It's an event that happens when it's a welcoming of the bride event. KwaXhosa. Yebo. So yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah, man.
and
my
some
brother.
few short films and I forgot about the production.
Yeah.
But yeah, but Gaddafi who used to act on Generations.
Oh, yeah.
No, Siswiseka Tawe. I think she's currently on My Brother's Keeper. Yeah, but no, but Ayanda Bankai. I'm sorry for if I'm sorry for butchering his surname. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've been around the block, bro. You've been doing this, man.
Hey,
you know
my
what I'm
guy,
saying? Which is-
we've been fuguruzing.
yeah, my brother. And hey, bra, mna ndukunqwenela impumelelo mfethu ingaze ndikubone mna on like those big stages, bra.
Jabulela,
Accepting your Oscar one day, you know what I'm saying?
Jabulela,
Or
jabulela,
a South
mhlakazi.
African equivalent to that, you know what I'm saying, bro?
For sure,
And
for sure.
all the best with that, bro. And my brother, ilento ke ngoku yona that and your faith, you get what I'm saying? How has your faith, affected your acting or your professional space? You get what I'm saying? Because you've just told me now, kuba bukhe one role, you book gangster. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And would there ever be a role that you turn down because you don't? Because I'm getting somewhere with this question.
For sure, I know.
I want to ask you something about this question. So, how has your faith actually affected your acting? Let me just put it that way.
All right. Even noiphendula kakuhle, how my faith has affected my acting.
Bukristu bakho.
Yes.
Baba.
Yeah, well.
Mazenze ezinye izinto kanye.
It has affected a lot because there were some roles. Hey, for my wow, like abazali bam bazoqala uyiva ke le.
Yeah. Let's get it out there. Yes.
Yeah,
Sure.
but because there was a role with the hit. There was a role like andingumntu ochayayo.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't smoke. Yeah, I don't smoke. So
you had to.
that role it somehow required me to actually get some few puffs
Puffs, yeah.
there and there.
I like the way you're putting it.
Yeah, some
Ithela
people-
kuthunje ngendlela right.
Uyayibona?
Ubuchaya mntakwethu.
Yey, wondeni. I don't know how many cigarettes we
njengoba uworried ngabazali bengekazi abazichelkishi kanti into actor kuzo la we.
Actually, for the hit,
Bakayisho.
no, ndake nambonisa umama le. Yeah, but I actually I had to skip.
That part.
Yeah, I had to skip that part
This
because if I could tell you the nutshell of la film, yeah. So yeah, inazo strippers, paya, and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So a lot was happening there.
Yo, yeah,
So there were some scenes, yeah, about Kanbabonis and Ben okay, we can skip this part.
yeah. Because, hey, le acting uyifunayo le.
Exactly.
Yo,
Like that's what bizela meeting time
yeah.
and be like, yabona ke mntanam
Yeah.
homa klento asikubizelanga lento ba.
Yeah. Straight. Bro.
So
Yeah, but I mean, for me, it's affected it for the better good. You get what I'm saying? Because there are
Yes,
people
yes.
out there in Fitu that take all sorts of roles.
Yeah.
Into for Manesba, they don't have any limits to what they're doing. You get what
For
I'm
sure.
saying? But Maragoto Mfitu, some things you're gonna look at when you're 60 or when you're 50, when you look down, kuba ish man. Man, yabona certain things that you're not gonna be proud of. So
exactly.
I would say mfethu iziyafuneka zazinto zoba gents, I don't take. Do you know why I asked you that question, bro? Because I wanted to ask you about this dude ngubangane ngumusi matabela. I wanna
Muzi Matabela.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
I know.
gentleman.
Yo, he's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, bro. And
yeah.
I just recently saw something on YouTube where he's actually talking to people about this, about him being a Christian. You get what I'm saying? And how the industry is wicked, bro, and is trying to bring down the name of Jesus Christ,
For
and
sure,
how
for sure.
you know it's getting into spirituality, how wicked it is, my brother. And how do you feel about that? Because he's put it bluntly, but there are certain roles he doesn't take. You get what I'm saying? But it doesn't align with my spirituality. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So do you share the same sentiments or what?
I would say that I actually do share, because you find out that this industry, first of all, it's sort of like a sex cell kind of industry. Yeah, this industry, it might even require you to do izinto ongasoze uzicingele. So ke ngoku, as a Christian, ke ngoku, as an artist or as a performer who's also rooted on Christian fundamentals, it's up to you now. But at the same time, yangasuyenze prayerfully. Because I believe that uThixo simkhonzayo is not a God. Ayingothixo onomona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He will always want what's best for you. Yabo. Yangaso uvele uhlale umbuze ba, okay Thixo, kanye this is na indaba.
Yeah.
Yabo. Na indaba. Yabo.
But even though I feel like yabona, a lot of people might disagree with that statement in because it specifically says in the Bible that we serve a jealous God. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I think it's how we define it at the same time.
Yeah,
Yabo,
it
ndayiva
make
le
it,
definition uthetha
yeah.
ngayo, but yeah, man, uba we Gqeberha would want the best for his
Best
child.
for you, yeah.
But at the same time, now you gotta khona la limit boundaries, look, everything is acceptable, and I'm just
Exactly.
trying to feed my
Exactly.
family, because at the end of the day brothers la way yabo does say into yokuba ish yabo sometimes the money was good, yabo la way, and he just turned it down la way yabo. And I'm just trying to get at this yabo la way yabo. I'm getting a message from my brother. We only got 5 more minutes, bro. I just feel like we just started. Come on, are you serious, my club? Make it 15, my brother. Yeah, and people at home, help me with this, because I'm going to catch heat from this guy. Michael should start giving us more time, you know what I mean? I was just starting to get into the thicker things, but let's make it another 10 minutes. And we cannot go any further, bro, without me having to ask you these questions and forwards.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
but can I also, sorry,
most definitely.
Yeah, can I also even emphasize le answer?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I so wish, as a performer who's actually rooted in Christianity, yeah, you should actually ask for guidance, like guidance from the higher power. Yebo. And actually now we uzijonge but okay. Now uziphonononge but okay. I can take this role. I can't take this role.
Yeah.
Ndingayithatha le ndingangayithathi lena ne because of ubunantsika, because at the end of the day you don't want to do something that will actually jeopardize your nansika, your fundamental belief.
For sure.
Ekugqibeleni yabo, because afuna uyosihlalela pha ikoneni beqoma thiza wami ngesola, you know.
Yeah, that's true, my brother. And you know, I respect what you're saying, and which brings me to my other point, because the guy, it was the guy on my second show, you lone khumbula ngayo ngokukhanya amathetha, a writer. We had him on our second episode, and what I liked about the dude is that he's, you know, so inclined to the word of God, and it got to a point where I even asked him, how do you even communicate with God? Because everything we teta, I had to ask God first and whatnot. So you know, before sibe kanti siyazenza izinto kuyafuneka communicate nobawo, and unayo indlela yakhe yophendula, because I know for a lot of people at home they stuck in this position but umva njani ubawo, and people like to be sarcastic in a sense that umuntu ude ayithathe literal into yokuba umva njani utheni uyakufonela okanye uyamva ithetha hence a lot of people,
there will always be those kind of speculations.
Hence, a lot of people now move away from Christianity, but I believe like there is a spiritual way that ubawa communicator nayo ngabantu. But if you ever don't understand, go try and find somebody that you can trust. You know, azokwazi ukucacisela kahle kuyo yonke lento. You get what I'm saying? So, Sindisa, I like your spiritual journey, my brother, and I need to get to these questions with you. First and foremost, my brother, let's just make it brief. And these questions I actually asked my brother from the previous show.
All right.
This one we're going to start with are called, they actually just test out a character yako, whether you agree or disagree. Try and make them as short as possible.
As short as possible.
Okay, so let's get to this one. Christian values should influence political decisions. Do you agree or disagree?
I actually agree.
For sure.
Yeah, I actually agree, because our political landscape, first of all, it's such a mess. It's such a mess. A lot is happening, and you find out that the people that are in higher positions, people who are supposed to lead, instead it's the other way around. It's like a blind leading another blind.
Oh my goodness. I love what you just said there, bro. Yeah.
So if there could be biblical values or Christian values, I think our society would become a better place.
Big ups to you for that.
Yeah,
you got my vote for that. Okay. Second question. Politicians have more power than pastors. Do you agree or disagree?
Politicians
have more power. Like, I had to explain this question. What I mean by that, I don't really mean by influence, because obviously in parliament and whatnot, but the power to change lives. So do you believe like changing from what they were to becoming a better person? So now, do you feel that if politicians have more power than pastors in that circumstance?
In that circumstance, I wouldn't. No. I definitely disagree.
And you don't have to be ashamed just because you are a Christian, bro. I ain't defend Christianity.
No. I'm not trying to defend because if it was the other way around, I would have said so. But I don't think politicians have.
I think better liars would be
exactly
good politician vibe, but better people, pastors. Christ should be brought back to schools. Do you agree or disagree?
Oh, I definitely agree.
Oh, most definitely.
It has, my guy. Like, if you could go when we actually were school kids, a lot what would happen. There were, hey, bruh, there were incidents where lena ayikho. I don't know, this thing maybe comes from the pits of hell. So when you actually compared, elaa xesha labazali bethu whilst they were in school, and also us up to present, being at school. Hayi bruh, isingathi kwakubhetere ngelaa xesha labazali bethu.
Most definitely. Bro,
And you find out that, man, everything is a mess. You find out that bangoku there are even teachers looking at his students or pupils in a very provocative way. Kuku messy, man. Hey, kuku. You wish. Even we put it in discuss.
Sure. I say no more, bro. I get exactly what you're saying, my G. So, let's get to these ones, né? These ones are called Would You Rather, né?
Would you rather? Okay.
Yeah. So, no, in fact, let's skip the Would You Rather because of time, my brother. Because our guy over there, Mr. Producer, is rushing us.
I know,
and guys, write comments. Please, comment section. Please, guys, you get what I'm saying? So, let's just get to the trending topics. Like the one we talked about behind the scenes, bro. What's your take on Trump Mfethu and this whole thing of him cutting your funding because of some, people that are not happy about a certain bill that was passed down, which I feel there's so much misunderstanding behind it. So how do you feel about Trump doing that, bro?
Yo, bro.
Feel free to tell him to his face, bro.
Oh yeah, I will. Listen here. Yeah, man. With this Trump issue, I totally disagree with the decision,
Yeah.
Because first of all, I believe that, but when you are being informed, or when someone informs you about, okay, there's a certain thing that is happening in a certain geographic area, you should first find out. You should first research. Find out banyani inyani na.
Yeah, my brother.
Because nangendlela ayiyo, man, it's like uvele waiva and then wavele wangena straight up. And in the into engicapisayo is that nomntu or behind the scene or influencer inzalelana yalapha.
Ubona mntakwethu la we.
Andifuna umbiza igama, but people, they do know.
Yeah.
So
but yabona what you just said mfowethu I think is very important, bro. I mean, before you take action as any rational person, bro, you first do thorough research. What's the whole thing about?
Exactly.
Instead of just going out to the media, which begs another question again, bro. It's quite scary to think that, the leader of the free world, like they always put it,
the land of the free,
is in the hands of such a person, bro. Somebody who doesn't think before doing things,
who just acts rationally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the sad reality about it to me is that, you know how he acted up as if he's this Christian dude to get where he is.
Exactly.
For him now to make that switch.
Actually flip the coin.
What I'm saying? Okay, wasn't this guy acting holier than thou, acting as if he's with Christians? Some of the policies he came with, bro, when he came through, I respect it. I'm like, oh, this guy's got
That's the man of the job.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. But then again, this abrupt switch. When did this whole thing change now?
That's the power of politics, bro.
Exactly, bro. But, man, other than that, we're not going to be talking about this guy forever. A whole lot of people have got their opinion about him and what he's doing.
But into ndicela uyi-emphasize is that about, okay, mhlambe now that le nto isenzeka, yebo. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a prophet. I'm not some guy who sees the future. But I think it's just a wake-up call for us to start taking serious of ability yethu, and also nathi it's high time to build the better South Africa esifunayo. Because whether we like it or not, America, it benefits from our gold.
For sure.
Or it benefits from our resources. It's high time to use our own stuff. And maybe singaxhomekeke maybe okanye singaxhomekeki kangako to the Western world.
Well said, brother. Well said, man. That's a very powerful message, bro. So my man is he's not just an actor. He's also an activist. Check it out. Oh, wait. My brother Sindisa.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate your time, my brother Lawe. But there's a lot that I learned from you.
Thanks.
And
Thanks,
I wish we could have had more time, my brother Lawe. But like I always say, whenever I enjoyed a conversation, man, I always try and invite it, brother, so that we can have a part 2, man. We should have a sequel to this because I feel like there's more to you, my brother. And by the time we have that conversation again, I feel like you would have done so much. You get what I'm saying? So,
for sure.
My brother, in future, please answer our call again, my brother, because most definitely, and hopefully, like I said, guys, right now we're doing a petition for Gqeberha to give us more time. Our producer over there, please write on the comment section more time for the Sonic movement, for the Sonic movers. Otherwise, ladies and gents, man, I've thoroughly enjoyed myself once again. And like to give a big ups again to my behind the scenes crew, AYP in the building, West District, keeping it live and direct. And stay blessed, man, and much more than anything. But hey, man, let's wait. Let's wait until we get more of you guys watching the channel. Supporting the channel. Otherwise, it is Ayusikelela Ndesi. Like I always say, if you can't say it, please just stick to the alias. Don't butcher my name. Supreme King, ladies and gents. Check us out, guys. And please, man, don't let me say this all the time, guys. I'm getting very tired. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. You don't know what it does for the channel. Otherwise, other than that, we love you, Sonic Movers. Take it easy, man, and take it home, yeah? And it's a wrap.
Very intimidating.
3, 2, 1, action.
All right. Underscore Tshetsha.
Okay, I thought you were here.
Yeah.
Man, I messed it up. I got that. 3, 2, 1, action.
All right. Okay.
That's it. Oh yeah, like this.
Like you pointed.
John. Oh yeah. Like this. Okay. Inga ndoku.
Just like you.
Mama njengoba singabarapha kaloku nje. Umrapha kaloku mfundini.
Yeah.
Away, good day, ladies and gentlemen, all the Sonic movers and shakers. It is I, Usikelela Ndesi, aka Supreme King, on our 3rd episode. Check out my guest, man. Away.
Yes, sir.
Which of us will credit me, brother?
Yeah.
We good? No, just and please leave your socials as one.
End. It was end, Fred. Gqeberha the Empire.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so can you check it?
Yeah, you should, me, bro. You should. Okay.
Away. Let's just take a quick one with the brothers. Our thumbnail.
Away.